The longest flights in the world. If you've traveled between the Americas to Europe or Asia, you're probably familiar with some of the longest non-stop flights available. These commercial flight routes across the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans can easily take over 10 hours to complete. But what is the longest flight in the world? To understand how flight paths are measured in distance, it helps to know the geometric concept known as great circle distance. Essentially, a great circle distance is the shortest distance between 2 points along the circumference of a sphere, such as Earth. All flight of the routes quoted here are based on the estimated great circle distance between 2 airports. However, real-world commercial aircraft usually have to deviate from the optimal path in order to avoid severe weather, other planes, or the borders of territories with closed airspace. In all likelihood, the actual distance will be a bit longer than the quoted distance on paper. Here, we've ranked the longest flights by time, rather than by distance. After all, when you're crammed into an economy seat, and wondering how the lucky ducks up in business class are faring, you're typically thinking about how many hours you left on the plane, not how many miles lie between you and your destination. Top 3 longest flights are listed by hours are 1. New York JFK to Singapore, Changi Sin. The Singapore Airlines route between 2 commerce capitals of the world is the longest commercial flight available anywhere. It has a great circle distance of just over 9,500 miles 289 km, with the direct flight lasting an average of 18 hours and 40 minutes from takeoff to landing. 2. San Francisco, California SFO to Bengaluru, India Blair. If San Francisco can be considered the cultural capital of California, then the same can be said about Bengaluru at the tip of South India. The city is home to more than 8 million Kannada, Urdu, Hindi, Telugu, and Tamil speakers, with roots dating back almost 1,500 years. India Airways operate flights along the route at 9,700 miles 610 km in a Boeing 777, with a scheduled flight time of 17 hours and 55 minutes. 3. Auckland, New Zealand Ackle to Doha, Qatar Doha. The lush greenery and coastal charm surrounding New Zealand's largest city couldn't be any more different than the harsh desert environment of the Qatari capital city of Doha. This Qatar Airways non-stop flight charters an Airbus A350-900 or 9,026 miles 526 km, with an estimated flight time of 17.5 hours.